She was the youngest self-made woman billionaire in the world, worth $4.5 billion by the age of 30. Her name is Elizabeth Holmes. She dropped out of Stanford at 19 with one idea: a machine that could run hundreds of medical tests on a single drop of blood from your finger. No big needles, no waiting days for results. She called it the Edison. The pitch was irresistible, and she protected it with power. She built a board of some of the most powerful men in America: two former secretaries of state, Henry Kissinger and George Shultz, a former Secretary of Defense, a future Defense Secretary, General Jim Mattis. Almost none of them had a medical or science background, but their names made her look untouchable. Then she struck a deal to put Theranos blood tests into Walgreens stores. Real customers walking in off the street, trusting the results with their health. But there was a problem. The Edison did not work. It was slow, and the results were unreliable. So they hid it. Theranos secretly ran most of its blood tests on ordinary commercial machines made by other companies. She forged reports to make it look like Pfizer had endorsed her technology. She told investors her devices were being used on military helicopters in Afghanistan, but none of it was true. Two young employees saw it from the inside: Erica Chung and Tyler Schultz, both in their early 20s. And here's the twist: Tyler's own grandfather was George Schultz, the board member. Picture that family dinner. Tyler told his grandfather that the company was committing fraud, but his grandfather took Holmes' side. When they tried to speak up, Theranos came after them. The company hired private investigators to follow them. Chung described a man stepping out of an SUV just to hand her a legal threat. Theranos spent roughly $150,000 surveilling two people barely out of college. But the truth got out anyway. A journalist named John Carreyrou, working with those whistleblowers, broke the story in the Wall Street Journal in 2015. Regulators moved in. The Edison was exposed for what it was. Theranos collapsed to zero. Investors lost everything. Holmes was convicted of fraud and sentenced to more than 11 years in federal prison. Her business partner got 13. Selling the dream is easy. Building the real thing is hard and slow. The space between the two is where your integrity gets tested. And notice who caught the fraud. Not the famous names on the board, two of the youngest, least powerful people in the building. A title is not the same as judgment. The person closest to the work usually sees the truth first. So build a company where they can say it out loud without being hunted for it.